Here we go. Ooh, I had an update. Hey y'all.
Hey.
Happy what day is it? Saturday.
Saturday the 3rd.
Happy Saturday. It is August the 3rd. It is another month. Oh my goodness. And so welcome to the Garden Friends chat with I said mukbang and I don't even think I spelled it wrong, but don't even matter. I'm chatting here today with my garden friends, Cynthia from Cici's Texas Garden. We have Lisa from Gardening with Lisa. Shelly may be here, she may not. She's vacationing, okay? So listen, but we're here. I'm Rashida Monique. I'm gardening in Michigan Zone 6A. So we welcome you to the garden chat. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Share this out with your friends, your family, those watching on Facebook, those watching on YouTube. Go ahead and share. If you're watching on Facebook, y'all, you have to give StreamYard permission for us to see your comments. So if you're commenting and you're like they're not reading my question or they're not answering, we can't see them. Okay, we can't see them. So go ahead and give StreamYard permission. So we're here. All right, we have Shelly.
Hey, Shelly.
So we are here. We don't really have an agenda for this week. I wrote some things down before this garden chat. So you ladies, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we get into all the other stuff.
Okay. I am Cynthia from Cici's Texas Garden. I'm in zone 8B, 9A in Texas. And I grow outside in containers, in ground, and in raised beds. And when it's a little cold in Texas, I do hydroponics inside. So come on and check out my channel and see what I grow.
Awesome. Well, I'll jump in there. I am Shelly from Maryland Zone 7A. I do not have a active gardening YouTube channel, but I am active with these ladies here on the chat talking about all things gardening. I think I'll end with that. Keep it short and simple today. Hey, Lisa, Cici, and
Hey,
Rashida.
Hey.
I'm Lisa with Gardening with Lisa, and I'm in North Alabama, Grow Zone 8A, and I grow in um, raised beds, in ground, um, grow bags, pots, containers, and I am very hot, but I'm having fun harvesting food.
It's been extremely hot.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
been
I
hot.
just
Three
came in
digits.
throwing fireballs. So I'm like, golly, it's so hot.
You don't even understand. I don't like the outside as it is, and I feel like anything over 75 is excessive.
Hmm.
Excessive.
75? Really?
Listen, no, you ain't let me finish. Girl, we was like 90. And I was like, it's hot.
Yeah,
And I
90
know
and 75
90
is
ain't hot for
different.
y'all. I know it ain't hot for y'all. It's hot for me.
90 is hot, but 75 is just the
It's just right.
Just
75 is
right.
just right.
I'm not gonna say nothing because when it gets 50, I'm like, oh, it's too cold to be outside.
fact.
50, I'm like, woo, it's too cold. Let's put an extra snow coat on.
Let me tell y'all about Michiganders. After the summer, 50 is cold. 40 is cold, right? Coming up out of the winter, when it's 40 degrees, you will see people coming out their coats. They putting on capris and shorts. 50 degrees, people about naked. Because it's warm to us. So it depends on if it's 50 degrees in spring or 50 degrees in fall.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's been hot. It's been hot. Hey Jen.
Hey.
That's my sister. We had the Brundish Girls Day at the beach today.
I seen that
I
video.
saw those pictures. Everything
And
looked
I
we
good.
haven't watched the video yet.
went to Port Huron, Michigan, And if you don't know, you go through Port Huron right into Sarnia, Canada, and it's the Lake Huron is all over that east side of the state. So we
Girl,
went
why
to
I
the
never
lighthouse.
put two and two together that you was that close to Canada?
Me neither. Until she said, I'm like, oh,
Okay.
It's an hour and a half for us to get
Michigan
to the
is right
bridge.
there.
So when we go to New York, that's the way we go. We go right through Canada, through Sarnia, get off in Buffalo, New York at the Niagara Bridge. That's
Cici,
it.
I think we need to
Like
take geography again.
for
Oh.
real. For real.
Girl, listen, the only way I know because I've been doing it since I was a child. But listen,
And what's so crazy is your brother said when I told him that you was going to the beach, he was like, they got beaches in Michigan.
That's what I was looking. I'm looking for the icebergs going across the beach.
we the mitten state, y'all. There's water all the way around. Chicago, Michigan Lake Huron. You got lakes all the way around.
But I figured it was icy.
But here, girl, shut up. Not this time of year. We're in Alaska. But Antarctica, I didn't get in the water though, y'all. It was I didn't feel like it. I really didn't feel good this morning when I got up. But we had this plan, and I was like, we just gonna go. But I feel a lot better. I enjoy it. All we did was sit in the thing and watch the people and play in the sand. Put my feet in the sand.
What's the temperature of the water? Do you know?
I don't know what the water temperature was, but it's 78 now. It was in the 80s. Huh?
She didn't get in the water.
No, I didn't get in the water. Not today.
Her comment to me wasn't, babe, I had that there for a reason. Thank you. Her comment to me wasn't, I haven't been in the water. She said, my feet ain't been in no sand.
And my feet ain't been in no sand since March. And I need to be in some sand. So it was good, but it was warm. Hey, Clausen World. Oh, that's Jennifer. This Clausen World. Good evening. Lisa invited her over to sit.
You just right on time, Miss Clausen World.
You canning? What you canning?
Wait, who's canning? Oh yeah,
she do a lot of canning.
I'm in the RV, y'all, so hopefully my I can stay connected.
All right, so far so good. So, but today it was hot. I got up early. You know, this heat has been making me get up early. It's like, Rashida, it ain't gonna get no cooler. So get out. So most days, on a good day, I'm out the house by 7 o'clock. Especially if I got water, let me go over here and water and do all things because it's full sun. And I've been doing pretty good, but today I got there at 8, and I was only out there. Was I out there an hour? No, I ain't got outside till about 8:20. I was out there till 9 o'clock, and when I came in, I was dripping wet. I don't know how you do it, Cici. I don't understand how you do it, Lisa. I don't know how you do it, Shelly. I don't understand.
What you mean, the early morning?
No, the heat.
Yeah, I mean it's hot, but I'd rather it be hot than too cold. But it does get excessive some days. So I see Miss Clausen World has answered the question about what she's canning, which is some greens that she harvested this morning. Who else in the group cans? I want to start canning.
I do some canning.
I
haven't started this year, but I do some canning.
Okay, you do some canning. Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna learn how to do some canning.
Because
I watched one of your videos recently of you canning. What were you canning? It might have been an old video though.
Yeah, I haven't canned this year, but it's getting very close time for me to can some tomato sauce. Because we always make tomato sauce and pasta sauce.
Okay. Did you tell me you freeze whole tomatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Is that you?
I sent you the picture.
Okay, because ironically, I was talking to somebody. Who was I talking to? And they were saying that they freeze whole tomatoes also. And I was like, my friend was just telling me that that's what she does. And I have not tried that, but
because if you can't can them right away, then they'll go bad if you don't put them up first. With them. So to preserve them to get me to canning, I'll put them in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna be keeping an eye on your channel for canning. Can y'all hear that? Okay, good.
I heard something.
My husband. So like I said, we're in the RV, and my husband's fixing the stuff, and he just turned the electric drill on.
Oh, that's funny. You know, I was watching. I hadn't seen a video from Maria Homestead Hart in a long time, and this morning I woke up and saw 2 videos, and she was canning peaches. She was showing how to get the skin off of peaches, and I think she did just peach slices, and I think she's gonna do some peach butter.
Oh, a few hours from me, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Meetup sound like a meetup needs to happen.
With Cici be meeting up everybody.
Right.
Right. I think I did. You had a video where somebody came to visit you.
Oh, I go visit people. We didn't had big meetups and stuff. So yeah.
That sounds like
awesome. So we talking about this heat, but I keep telling y'all this wind say fall. So I'm just praying. So let me take it about this praying. Y'all know. So if you watch,
wait, pause, reverse, pause right there. Did you introduce yourself?
I did.
Okay.
I did when we got started. Then I said, "Oh, there goes Shelly."
Okay, carry on. So I missed your introduction. Okay.
You want me to tell you who I am?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, but so Barbara from, I always talk about her channel.
Beginner's Journey or something like that.
Yeah, Garden's Journey. So she did a prayer early beginning of the season, a prayer for abundance. And so she did a prayer for abundance. So Jennifer said people did get in the water, and they enjoyed it. The prayer for abundance. And you know, we've been praying when we have the chat. So I'm out there maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I'm out watering my watermelons because, you know, I don't want my watermelons to suffer because this is my first year. So I'm watering watermelons, and I had the one little one. Y'all already know this, right? But anyway, then I had the second little one, and I was like, I got 2 melons, all these melon plants. And I said, Lord, I at least want 1 of each. So I move around to water the other part, and I said, oh, there go a third one. So then I walk around, and this is the third one. It's a little one. I was like, oh, that's 4. Then my dad comes back because that part of the garden is closer to their house. So he comes, and he's like, did you see these 2 over here? And I was like, no, now that's 6, right? But he said, and it's a cantaloupe over here. I'm like, where? So I looked at that. And then I said, well, it's one in the top of this bed. That's what, 7, 8? That's 8. And that thing came to me now. I'm going to tell you, this preached to me. We praying for abundance. But when I didn't see what I thought abundance was, I started backing back on my prayer. Lord, let me at least just get the 4. And I'm looking, girl, I got 8, and I'm sitting here bagging back from the abundance I asked for. I said, okay, I understand. I need to trust you and stop bagging back on my prayer. You ain't got to scream at me. No. But I was excited about my melons. That's my excitement for this week, y'all. Anybody have something exciting this week?
Did you put any more bloom on those?
I did. I more bloomed them. I sure did.
Yes.
You what bloomed them?
Put some more bloom on.
Oh, more bloom. Okay.
And then they were saying how often you should fertilize your watermelon. So I put some more on them that day. I did.
I think it's every like 14 days, right?
I think 10 to 14.
And you eat watermelon. So listen, let me tell y'all. I'm out here. We in Virginia, and yesterday we had sort of like a cookout meal with our club members, and our treat afterwards was watermelon. They had went and got these watermelons from somewhere and cut them up. When I tell you the sweetness of the watermelon, you could smell it before we even ate it. And we was just like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Did they
y'all know you a gardener when you do what?
Say them seeds.
I was just going to say, did it have seeds in it?
I said, he going back with me.
Yes.
Say them seeds. I got a good melon from the guy that said he got the melons from Georgia. I saved them seeds and I labeled them melon from Georgia from the guy on the street.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna do right. But talking about sweet melons, I was reading up on one of my sites and they were saying you're supposed to stop watering your melons 2 weeks before harvesting. I'm like,
Yeah.
but if you have multiple melons,
But what if you got a bunch of them out there that's not ready?
yeah. And so I'm like, so this for the people that cut off, do all the pruning and cut off the rest of them and grow one big one.
Right.
Because I ain't got my eggplants. I don't want it. So I don't know.
I heard that you can cut the end to stop it from producing more, but it will produce the fruit that it has already produced bigger.
Yeah.
So I didn't try that. Mine just
I didn't do that. I didn't do that because the farmers I'm watching online, they ain't doing that. Because they trying to grow for more than one person.
Right. We ain't pruning. We ain't pruning the watermelon vines, and we just let them go. I don't know how many out there. We'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
checked mine this morning, and they're just huge, but they're not ready.
Speaking
of pruning, we have a small. I think they're. I think all of them are just the round ones. I forget the names of them.
Sugar baby.
What are they?
Sugar baby.
Sugar baby.
And so what else, honey? We have like at least three different types out there. And we went crimson red.
Crimson, yeah.
And there's one that's like a yellow flesh.
Okay.
Gold, yeah. And we bought another watermelon. We was at the food line, which is where we think they brought those watermelons yesterday. So we bought another one and we brought it home. And guess how much it costs?
$9.
Wait, I heard a couple different prices.
$15.
$9.
Sheeta.
For what?
For what?
Price.
Oh, Danielle, how much you pay for that farmer's market watermelon? $15.
How much?
She paid $15, and I think my daddy paid. He paid $15 to $20.
So I paid $15 for watermelon that I bought from a truck that came up from Georgia, and this bring it over here, hon.
Got it.
This baby, seeded watermelon.
That's it.
How much?
$5.99.
Girl, shut up talking to me.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
My sister said my
That's
dad
like
paid
$15 watermelons.
$5.99. I was like, what?
Yeah.
How many did y'all buy? 6?
We just bought one. He said, we farmers.
For real. There's enough seeds in that one.
Okay.
I'll sit it down.
That's nice for $5.99.
We might go back because I told him we probably should get one for his mom. Because when I bought them for $15, I bought one for her for $15, and they was looking at me like I was crazy. But I'm like, that's what they be charging up in our area. The only $5.99, $7.99 ones that we see there are seedless watermelons.
Our yellow flesh watermelons that we have growing, I did just like you did, Shelly. Back in 2020, I saved the seeds. Awesome. And I grow that same watermelon every year.
And how big do they get?
Every year from a watermelon I ate in 2020.
Beautiful.
And those things, last year, I think we got one that was 27 pounds. And it was so good and sweet.
I can't wait till we harvest watermelon.
I was like, I can't wait.
I don't even think we be tracking the time, so I'm not even really sure how. We just gonna have to keep watching them little tendrils.
Yes.
Let me see.
I can't wait to
everybody
harvest.
Say when the tendril die back, then you need to wait another week or so.
Yeah, so I guess when the tendril die, when we see it, then that's when we should stop watering.
Yeah, I think that'd be
it. Clausen World. So you have bitter melon. So I'm growing bitter melon. I have not tried it yet because I feel like
how bitter is it?
Right. Mine's one. They're not that big. All of them are consistently growing. It's more of a round shape. And they're about, I would say 3 to 4 inches. So the next one that I harvest, I will intentionally cut it up and saute it with something. She says very bitter. That's what I've heard, but I mean, it's supposed to be good for us. It has some very good benefits.
I cannot do the bitter.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try it.
So, because you was asking what about stuff in our garden, so I am happy about my Meyer lemon tree. Because
what year is it for your Myers lemon tree?
I don't know. I got it this year, but it should I think it was like, I don't know, I didn't read on that. But
okay.
But this is the thing. So I got it, and everybody was saying, okay, don't, they don't like wet feet. They don't like that much water. Don't overwater it. So I wound up underwatering this thing. And I'm like, what is wrong with all the leaves fell off of it. And it just shriveled, looked all shrivelly. And I'm like, what is wrong with it? I didn't add too much water. And so I decided I was going to change it out of the pot it's in. So I pulled it up. That pole, half of the bottom part was crispy dry. I was like, because I was just letting the regular rain when it comes to water it. It didn't have enough water. So I soaked it in some rainwater I had. I just put the whole thing in some rainwater and just let it sit there and soak up, the roots soak up with it. And then I put it back in that same container. Now it has blooms all over it. It has some leaves that's popping out and everything. So they were saying, everybody's been saying, you can get some lemons. So yeah, I'm excited.
She saved
I have a mild lemon, but I can't. It's got one lemon that's been on there all this year.
Wow.
So, but I mean, it's starting to turn yellow. But
okay,
I guess I need to do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just covered. It started popping out them little buds, and I was like, "Is these like flowers?" And now the flowers didn't opened up. And
did you smell them? The flowers smell real good.
Oh, I didn't smell them.
They smell real good. They smell like lemons.
Okay. Yeah,
that's nice, exciting.
It was exciting. Yeah.
Who else has something exciting in their garden since the last time we seen you?
Well, I'll share because I think I told you guys, but I'll share on here that you guys know I was struggling with them squash bugs, squash vine borers tearing up my zucchini plants, and the base stem on several of them were really bad. I pulled 2 plants up, and I thought sure I was going to pull the rest of them up, but since they already had some zucchini on there, I was like, oh, I'm gonna let it go and I'm gonna see. But I didn't think I was gonna get many more. I have been continually harvesting zucchini off of those plants, even though the stems were looking a little crazy. Now, one thing I did see on somebody else's YouTube channel, they were saying that what you can do, like I've been trying to grow mine's vertical, but I have allowed that one that was really, really bad to stay on the ground. So I'm wondering if it has started putting out new roots, because they said that's one way to overcome the squash vine borer is to let it, if you let your stem stay on the ground, it'll put out some new roots and that'll help re-strengthen it. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
So I'm excited about that because I thought my zucchini was going to be done for the year a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. All right, girl. I have a banana melon right now, and the squash vine borer is on one side eating it up, and but it's still going because it has vines all in the ground, so it's still producing. It's still getting big, but Yeah, that squash vine boards on the other side just ripping all the the stem up.
They're horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, all right, Lisa, you got something you want to share before I tell my next story?
Well, I just been excited about my cantaloupe. They're starting to get ripe and they've been really good and sweet. I have a it's called Sugar Cube. That's the one that I'm growing. And Miss Gail, Georgia Peach Nut, she gave me
Mm-hmm.
some seeds last year. And one was the Charentes um melon. That one is good. It's sweet. And but the 1, 2, 3 rich and sweet, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little bitty mini melon. And it's not as sweet, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It was something to try. It
Was
was
it
pretty.
is a cantaloupe as well, or it's just a different melon?
It's called 1, 2, 3 rich and sweet melon,
Uh-huh.
and it looks almost like the Kajari melon,
Oh, I don't like them.
but it's really
It's,
little.
but it tastes better than the Kajari melon. Because
Oh, really?
I've never tasted the Kajari melon, but the people I saw that did the taste test, that nobody really liked it.
Mm-mm.
And I'm
Nope.
like, man, they need to stop calling it a melon. Maybe it's a cucumber. But anyway, go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry.
But that's it. That's what I'm excited about right now.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting some of those 1, 2, 3 rich and sweet, or whatever the name is. I was thinking about getting some of those seeds because it seemed like I can get the smaller ones. That's something we can snack on until the other melons get done. So y'all, listen. Let's talk about the squash. I had a couple of things I want to talk about, but I made a post in the garden chat. One thing I learned last year is I ain't gonna tussle with no squash or cucumber no more. Die if you want to. I will replace you. And people was like, some people were like, I understand. And some people were like, no, you have to fertilize and water it. No, I'm not fighting with powdery mildew. I'm not fighting with downy mildew. I'm not fighting with a squash bug. As soon as you don't stop giving me fruit, I'm gonna pull you up and I'm gonna put one in your place. Cause I got seeds. I got finished seeds. Cause listen,
we need to make a shirt. We need to make that a shirt. I got seeds.
Right.
I got
in her garden showing the plants. Look, you're gonna be replaced with these right here. These, you see these seeds? They're gonna take your place.
Girl, I pulled up some plants, put some more in some soil, and put them right out there on their fence. When them other two get done dying off, them gonna be giving me some good old cucumbers. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. Cause last year, I want to say I had, because I bought mine last year from the nursery, so I had 3 zucchini and 3 yellow squash. I may have gotten 2 zucchini. No, not, yeah, 2 zucchini and 1 yellow squash. And them plants up and died. Or I tell you, that they was crispy and doing all the things, and I was fertilizing, I was watering. And I spent a lot of time. This year I thought about it. I was like, I had time to plant more last year, but I was so busy trying to make these be all right. I'm trimming the crispy leaves off and doing all the stuff. And then this year I started with the neem. I said, oh, neem is good for party-mental. Let me start spraying. I bought the zucchini bushes, right? Them bushes is worse than the vine. I'm not doing them no more. I don't know if they hold the water when it rains. I don't know what they do. But girl, the last one started growing that yellow zucchini, and the other one, the little zucchini, was mushy. I snatched them things up out my pot. I snatched them out my pot.
I can't stand them little bugs. Oh,
I had a vine. I had one that survived my first planting, and I was like, oh, I needed a new pot for you anyway. Let me put you in the pot. I got some yellow squash out there. When they done, they just gonna be done. I'm gonna rip them out and put something else in their place. I'm not gonna keep nursing y'all like this. I'm not doing this. Hey, Ruth Kelly. So that's my lesson. I was like, I'm
Did
not fighting
you ever
with y'all.
figure out what that thing was?
Oh, girl, I forgot about that thing yesterday. I came home with the bed, got up this morning. When I went out there, I didn't think about it. That blue thing that looked like a seed. Can I share that
picture? I took a picture of it and tried to do the Google photos, but I ain't find nothing.
So my mom was like, well, what is it? Did you? I'm like, girl, I ain't trying to poke it. They're like some kind of alien egg. I don't.
Did it come out the soil?
Like it was in the soil, and I think they both came out of those bush zucchinis.
Okay.
That I got from the farm.
Do you think maybe it was like some kind of fertilizer?
Girl, they need to make it look
like something. It was kind of big though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a pumpkin seed size.
You made that picture.
Oh, it looked like bigger than that in the picture.
Probably because I had zoomed in on it. Like, y'all, what's this? No, it was like a pumpkin
seed. I thought it was bigger. So yeah, it may have just been that they put a seed.
No, it was a pumpkin seed.
It was about 3-4 inches.
Right.
No, it was the size of the pumpkin seed. So it was like this. And it was just that blue color. And I was like, what?
Maybe it was somebody's latex glove when they was potting it up.
No, there wasn't no glove. I took it out the pot. I'm going to see if I can get this picture so everybody can see what I'm talking about. Like, what in the world are they talking about? Y'all going to see in just a second. First, I got to send it to my computer. Yeah, that's one thing about recycling soil, too. I'm like, wait a minute. What in the world is this? I don't understand. Oh, I took a picture of it in the soil. I didn't show you guys.
We want to talk about disrespectful bugs. I'm so sick of these ants.
Oh, yeah.
These ants are like taking over my tomatillos. They're taking over my blackberry bushes. They just sitting there thinking I'm making them a home. They just, getting in my pots.
Yeah.
They are all over my okra.
Oh, yeah, you got aphids. Mm-hmm.
But you know what? The okra keep growing, and even though I put some isolation earth on them, I just let them have their way.
They do that
when it gets keep to producing.
Kind of like
what bug for the Japanese beetle? What y'all talking about?
The ants will come and get on the okra, but I don't think
for me every year the ants are on my okra.
Yeah,
because them
I don't think they
really
do any harm though.
Right, so that's what
when you go to reach in there and they bite.
They light you up.
Then. No, you know what I do? You know what I do? It's like I go ring a bell. So if this is the see it still look big right there.
There's somebody blue fingernail.
That looks big. But
that's when I dumped the soil and I zoomed in. But when I took it out the soil, it's the size of a pumpkin seed. But it's that blue color, and I'm like, well, what is this? Some kind of newfangled bug?
Did you say you saw 2 of them?
It was 2 of them. One came out of each of them pots.
What was in the pots?
That bush zucchini from the farm.
Oh, maybe they coated them because I know, like, you know how they do with the carrot seeds. Sometimes they
coat them because they little.
Yeah.
So you think they used some soil and that seed was stuck in there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Back to it might be a rare blue plant or something.
Yeah, girl, I can't know.
Ooh.
It's sitting on the cement now, so it ain't gonna grow, whatever it is.
No, ma'am, Clausen. I will not take your rats. I will keep my ants.
Your ants are on the okra. My ants are little on my okra, so I'm assuming they were pollinating.
It's a lot of them, and so what I do when I go out there, because Cici was talking about how they, bite. They won't bite when you go to harvest. So usually I go out there. I got my pruners, and if this is the main stem, I go in there and I just tap it. I do like this, and they all start running. They start running down the vine, and then I go ahead and clip what I need, and then they go back to doing what they do, and I keep it moving.
Yeah. Well, see, I have go ahead, Lisa.
Go ahead.
I have all my okra all crowded together. So when I'm reaching in there, that's when they get me from off the other plant and bite me because I'm reaching past it.
How many okra plants do you have? I only did 2 this year.
Oh, I have like 20.
You got 20 okra plants?
Uh-huh.
Girl, what you doing with all that okra?
Freeze it.
I have 9 to 10. I think I had 9 or 10.
Where y'all putting 9 to 10 and 8?
Girl, they crowded in that thing. I got 3,
and we,
6, couple in the middle one.
Right. You have
now, I didn't do my red okra. Last year, my red okra got huge.
Yes.
So I only planted 2 green okra this year. I didn't do a red okra. So I don't know. Maybe I'll plant some more in there next year.
They taller than me.
Mine are not even that tall yet. They're about 2.5 feet, 3 feet. But they produce.
Mine are taller than me.
Yep.
When did you plant
My
them?
tomato plants are taller than me.
Oh, mine's aren't. I'm telling you, this heat has been horrible.
I want to say about 8 plants, and I did them close. So listen, so in the apartment, I didn't do any more than 3. Because when you bought them in the pack at the nursery, because y'all know I always bought transplants, it was like 3 in that pack. So I don't think I ever did 3 or 4. I've never really had an abundance of okra. So last year we planted okra. I think we may have gotten 1 or 2 off of the 3 plants I had. So this year I said, you know what, I want some okra. So y'all know you put 2 seeds in the thing, and they both came up and they kept growing. And you know what I did? I separated them.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think nothing. I don't care what nobody say. And so I planted all that okra. So this year I'm gonna have some okra. Y'all understand?
Oh, yeah. Well, y'all started something on that first chat that I was
that
on.
Raw okra.
That raw okra.
I had some on the beach today.
And I be telling everybody I brought okra with us down here because I had to harvest the garden before I left. So all the okra that I harvested the other day before we came down, I brought it down here, and I was challenging some of our club members to try okra. Clausen World, can you share a pickled okra recipe, please? And thank you. I would love to try some pickled okra. Now that I didn't try raw okra, I mean, like, I'm game to try
it out.
Okra in all formats.
I got some okra off the thing yesterday. I said, this going to the beach with me. I had 2 okras I got off the plants yesterday. I had okra, I had a cucumber, I had 1 cucumber left that I needed to eat. I sliced that up and took that to the beach today. This farmer's market watermelon. Listen, I'm like, oh, this garden is doing this thing. But I was up late the other night, y'all doing all them beans.
Yeah, you had quite a few.
They're in the freezer. But I got them in the freezer. And tomorrow I'm gonna do them stuffed peppers, Lisa. I'm gonna stuff those poblano peppers and that green pepper.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna stuff with is that squash. I'm gonna saute that squash and onion and okra that I cut up already.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you had several different meals in that harvest.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. And they're gonna make a pot of rice on the side. What meat mom them have, I don't know, but I'm gonna take them the stuffed peppers and that rice, and they on their own.
Did y'all ever eat jasmine rice before?
Yeah, I like jasmine
rice. I like jasmine rice.
Yes.
I think we got popcorn. Popcorn, please and thank you. Look, I'm eating. I told them we're gonna be free to eat on this live, and I'm the only one eating, so I'm the one that look greedy.
I'm eating crackers from behind the scenes.
Oh, see,
all right. I'm gonna eat a little something, but I'm not hungry. Let me pull out some cucumbers and tomatoes that I.
Market. We went to the farmer's market today, and I got me some
the dried okra. Oh, that okra, that'd be good. That
looks good.
We've had the dried ones
sugar
before, but these are fried, they say, but they're good.
Huh? They got sugar kiss smelling at Kroger. I ain't even been in Kroger to look at nothing new. Netta's Nest. Hey, Netta.
Hey, Netta.
Netta got her squash. Was that squash praising the Lord over there?
Okay. That okra must be like flash fried.
Huh.
Probably so.
Or freeze dried.
Good.
Freeze dried. They say it's fried, but it's like dried okra and it's seasoned. I think I had some of that before.
Yeah.
I got what mom used to get it.
This guy at work, he brought some cherry tomatoes to work one day. And he had some seasoning on them, like Lowry's or something, some kind of seasoning salt on them. And they were some red and like orange cherry tomatoes. Those were good with the seasoning salt. They weren't dry. I mean, they were just fresh cherry tomatoes with seasoning on them, and they were good. I never thought about doing that.
Those sun sugar tomatoes. Did I tell you about the sun sugar tomato? That sun sugar tomato from the farm. The little cherry tomatoes. They're grape tomatoes, really, and they're a dark yellow, almost orange.
Yeah.
Super sweet and super good.
Yeah.
See, tomatoes and sweet just doesn't sound good in the same sense.
Listen know what I'm talking about.
Like sweet, I'm like, it does not taste like candy.
No, it's not sweet like candy. It's sweet for a tomato, and it's not it doesn't have a bite. It's not really acidic. It's good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the honeycomb cherry tomatoes are good to me. They're sweet.
Okay, there your recipe.
You
so how long does that pickled okra last?
I think it lasts a long time.
In the refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all. So did anybody get ate up by the mosquitoes? I got a story to tell y'all. You know that story.
Oh yeah.
One night I came home and I said it didn't rain. It rained before I went to work, but it was like maybe for like 10 minutes. Like the rain just passed over us, right? I come home from work. It didn't rain. I said, well, let me go out here and water these plants right quick. I'm out there and I'm spraying and mosquitoes they're on my forehead, on my ear, on my back, and I'm like, I forgot to put my bug spray on, and I'm spraying. And by the time I was like, you know what, Lord, this is gonna have to be enough. So I come in the house. I said, if it ain't, Lord, just fix my watermelons. I don't want my watermelons to dry up. That's the only thing I was concerned about that night was the watermelons. I get in the house. I sit down for a few minutes. I come up my clothes, lay down, talk to my cousin, talk to my sister. It's about 40 minutes later. Torrential rain. Rain just hitting on the window. Rain just coming. I said, you got to be kidding.
I said abundance.
Then I said, I'm not gonna be mad because I asked the Lord if it wasn't enough to make it right. So I guess making it right. But when I tell you I was not a happy camp because I'm like, I got ate up for no reason.
It's supposed to rain here, but it didn't because I was hoping it would because I hadn't been able to get out there, and man, it did not.
Okay. So that recipe lasts for weeks refrigerated. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like they say it's gonna rain, it don't. They say it's not gonna rain, it do. So the one day they say it wasn't gonna rain. I was like, let me go water. I go water. Mom was like, girl, it been raining here for a few hours. So I'm like, now my stuff gonna drown.
I know, it's so crazy. So I am eating some of my yellow pear tomato.
Nice.
Okay.
And cucumbers in a apple cider vinegar, mayonnaise, and a little sugar mix that I did the other day.
That sounds good.
That sounds healthy.
Made a little on vinaigrette.
My
baby stuff. God was trying to run me in that house because he had business to do. Look, I had to get in that house. I didn't even roll the hose back up. I brought the hose back behind the house, threw it under the patio, and came in the house.
Yeah, I have the I can go out to water, you know, because we got to water in the evening time or whatever when the sun don't cook you out there. But between like 5:30 and 6:30, I can go out there. If I stay any later than close to 7, those mosquitoes come out in swarms. They just be ready. So I have to time it right when I'm watering.
They be eating my husband up. But she, at least you remember to turn the water off because the other 2 days ago, I was watering and I intentionally leave the hose, the lower hose, open, letting the water run out until I go turn the water off when I'm done. I forgot to turn it off. It was running all night long.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
All night.
Now, you know, my hose leaks, my nozzle leaks. And so one day I could swear I turned it off and it stopped dripping. The next day, I think we had appointments or something, so I didn't go back there. The day after, I wasn't gonna go outside. I was like, let me just go outside. I'm about to kill myself with popcorn, y'all. Sorry. So I step on the patio and I'm like, where does water come from? And I'm like, oh my God, that thing been dripping for a day and a half.
Oh,
A day and a half.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that water bill. And then it's like, I'm all bit up and I'm itching like a junkie girl.
That was hilarious.
Looking like Pookie. She got pickled beets, pickled okra, and pickled eggs in the refrigerator.
okay.
You on a roll, Clausen World.
Mhm.
I'll be glad when I can get to that level. Grab all kinds of pickled and canned stuff.
Yeah, I watched Jamaica can her sweet potato leaves.
Sweet potato leaves.
Sweet potato
Yeah.
leaves.
She went and tasted her sweet potato leaves, and she said, "Oh, they taste like spinach, just a little sweeter." So she went and did a
Did she
harvest
cook them first?
and cooked them. Yep, cooked them and canned them.
Well, see, I was concerned about the sweet potato leaves because of the milky substance in the stems of it. Because I'm allergic to like dandelion milk, you know, like that milkweed and that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't want to.
And she cut hers. She cut them off the stem, like she just took the leaf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, and it's the smaller part. So I was like, I wonder if she got a lot of that milk or not.
Yeah.
No, this ain't Garrett's popcorn. This homemade stove popcorn.
We starting a double good popcorn fundraiser tomorrow. And they do have something similar to the Garrett's popcorn.
Okay, guys, is there for me? Said she cooked sweet potato leaves and okra over rice, and it was delicious.
Okay.
I never harvested sweet potato leaves to cook.
Yeah.
Baby, you want to try
I
that
heard
one?
they were real good.
Until Japanese bitters go away, I won't have
It's
none.
sweet
Because
potato
all of mine are holy. And I ain't talking about righteous either. They're full of
Look, speaking of holy.
Hey, Gina versus Gina. Welcome, honey.
Speaking of holy, I had some of the holy basil tea. You know, from my I have holy basil out there, and so I wanted to try because it's supposed to be good for inflammation and stuff. And like everybody seemed on their channels, like, oh, holy basil is so good. I'm just like, I was not impressed at all with it. I was like, I'd rather drink my lemongrass tea. Yeah.
Okay, so
I got some lemongrass.
I feel like that about lemon verbena.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, how can I use it? Mine's is growing nicely, but it seems like most people use it as a tea. And what I did the other day was I used it to cook some broccoli, but I left the leaves whole so that way I could just take the leaves out because the texture of the lemon verbena leaf is not pleasant for eating.
Mine died.
I don't know.
I was playing and it died.
You said yours, what died? Your lemon verbena died?
Yes.
I didn't have one. Actually doing very good. This is the first year I've grown it.
I finally got my lemon balm to germinate.
I got it from a nursery, and but it got cold and it died. I didn't take it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got mine from a nursery also.
This cold is dangerous. It's supposed to get chilly next week. It's supposed to be in the mid-70s in the daytime, and I think one night it's gonna be in the 50s.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious?
So have anybody got anything from the TikTok shop?
I have not.
TikTok shop. You keep mentioning that.
Oh, she said, Gina said What is everybody eating, and is it from your gardens?
Yes.
No.
Mine not.
Oh.
What I had was from my garden. It was yellow pear tomatoes and cucumbers in vinegar, mayonnaise, and sugar mix.
I'm eating popcorn right now. I had some watermelon. This is farmer's market watermelon that we took to the beach. This is popcorn my sister just popped. From the garden, I had fresh okra and cucumbers on the beach.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm eating some Ritz crackers. Not from the garden.
Fried okra.
Not from her garden.
This is sort of garden chat, quasi mukbang style.
We just gonna eat.
Yeah, so I was, you know how I'm all Temu, you know, and so I was trying to avoid that for a little bit, but then, like, you know, when you're on Instagram and you're going through reels and stuff, it popped up the TikTok shop things, you know, and
you're gonna have to send us a link for the TikTok shop. Cici.
It just pops up. I didn't, you know,
I don't be on TikTok.
It's like little mini commercials in there, huh?
I don't be on there like that, so just send me the link.
Oh, I do. I just be reeling all day.
I don't.
People see me reels,
surprisingly.
Well, I got a good deal. I think I did. It was, you know how usually them 10 by 10 canopy tents are like what, $30-$40. It depends on if you can catch them at that price. But they had a 10 by 30 foot event tent for $39.
Really?
I was like,
you said what? A 10 by what?
30.
Well,
30 by 30 what?
For $39.
That's huge.
I know. And
let me know when you get
the zipper. I'm gonna do a video when I get it. But it has the thing where you can zip it down on all the sides and everything. That was a good deal.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a one-time use quality.
Yeah. Well, my grandbaby's birthday in September, and they usually wind up renting tents or whatever, you know, kind of thing for her birthday. And I was like, that'll be good. They can do that, you know. They had different color ones. And but I was like, that would be a good investment. If anything, I can rent it out.
And they're talking to you like you can hear.
Let me look in the chat. I ain't looked.
She said, Cici, Temu to TikTok. She said she did order her son a bed topper.
Oh, okay.
From TikTok shop, Netta.
Oh man, I'm telling you, they be getting me. I'm like, but I mean, my other raised bed came in, so I got 3 raised beds put together eventually.
My scrolling time has been taken up by garden videos.
Okay.
I've been watching this Japanese gardener on Saturday mornings. He's an American journalist over there. Older black gentleman. Him and his dog. And I just enjoy his voice. His voice is soothing. I don't know the name of the channel. Kamakura Garden. The Kamakura Garden or something like that. But yeah, I spend a lot of my time watching gardening videos.
Nice.
Potato harvest. So let's go back to this pruning thing. Are you guys team prune or don't prune or what?
Prune what?
Anything.
Well, this year I decided not to prune my tomatoes.
I pruned very minimally, like the lower limbs. I didn't go in and do heavy pruning. Now I do tend to, toward the latter part of the season, I tend to prune my cucumber leaves back more. I don't know why. I think because I don't know, the sun is a little less or whatever, but I feel like I get more cucumbers later in the season if I prune some of those leaves off. But I ain't doing no heavy pruning. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I pruned my tomatoes last week.
Oh, you regret doing that?
If I don't, they will just be trees.
You said your tomatoes?
Yeah.
Gina said she decided not to, but now she regretted.
Mm.
I'm assuming that's what she meant by not pruning.
Why do you regret it, Gina?
Well, while Gina types her
Because
answer,
they will like tomato plants. They need airflow,
Mm-hmm.
and if they can't get airflow, then something will sneak in. Now I went out
Oh,
there.
okay. Well, mine's haven't gotten that big yet where I even need to prune them. Like I said, I have been pruning the lower limbs. Um, my alleged big tomboy and beefsteak, they've had yellowing leaves on there a couple times this season, and I will go in and prune all of those leaves off. But I haven't done any heavy pruning.
Yeah.
okay, Netta says I'm still learning because I find myself pruning like a haircut. Her plant be slim. Guys, Desire says she need to prune her tomatoes. May not be anything left, but and then Gina said because they get big and take up too much space. Listen,
That's true.
this is why I didn't prune.
That's true.
I only have so much time in the garden in the morning before I go to work.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening, now that the days are shortening, the least I can do is water if I get home at exactly 8:45 because the sun is going down at 8:35. So pruning is not on my priority list. Now, like Shelly, I took the ones off the bottom. The other day I was out there and I was like, okay, this is growing a whole nother plant out of this sucker, right? I mean, it had things. So I clipped it to the cage, but the other suckers that was coming up, I'm like, y'all going out. And I trim her as needed. But I don't go out there and keep it small. I do
regret. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I do believe pruning can help, but I think sometimes we preach on pruning so much that new gardeners take it too far. Because I was in the gardener group. When I tell you this baby trimmed her leaves, I think her plant has got too hot, and she had it still in the pot from the store. And it had 1 or 2 tomatoes on it. And she was like, I don't know what to do. I pruned it. And then when I tell you that thing only had 2 leaves at the top.
Oh, Lord.
And the people was going in
some of the videos.
They was going in on her. And I said,
look. You?
And they was like, throw it in the trash. I said, no. I said, the pot's not big enough. Get you a bigger pot. Take the tomato off, water it, and fertilize it. It'll grow back. And she was like, thank you so much. I'm like, y'all stop.
Them tomatoes need some shade on them, because that sun get to them and meet them burst them. So I mean,
I think that's why my tomatoes haven't done that well. But my yellow pear tomato plant, which I didn't plant this year, is that considered a volunteer? Y'all help a sister out.
What?
So I think it grew from a tomato that was probably left in the ground last
volunteer. Yeah, volunteer.
Well, let me tell you, that plant, I do regret not pruning it more because it is literally like taking up almost half of a 8-foot by 4-foot bed. It's just massive.
I feel like volunteer tomatoes, I think they root differently than one that we start and put out.
Yeah, they look different. I had a volunteer plant to come out, and then
come out. I think
like
they're stronger
and straggly at first. Then it started to get strong and put on fruit.
Right.
But
it seems like mine's got bushy first, and then it put on fruit.
Your determinate tomato plants, you don't need to prune those.
No,
because they're gonna give you all their fruit all at once, and then it's gonna die. So you don't need to take the suckers off. You don't need to take the leaves off.
Right.
But an indeterminate, those are the ones that you don't have to prune them. But just like Netta said, or Gina. You'll regret it later.
With the indeterminate, because those things turn into trees. They can get 8-9 feet tall,
and they'll grow like 10 of them.
Yeah.
It's taking over my zucchini plants. It's trying to overshadow my Chinese string eggplant. So I have cut some of those. I pruned them back some, but not excessively. So. I might prune it back some more because it is just so big. It's hard to reach.
She said I had to prune one of my watermelon plants. There was a lot of dead vines, so I cut them off. So the engine going to go to one melon.
Yeah.
Bayou Sugar, hey, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting. Glad to have you here.
So my friend, I have to tell you about Bayou. Bayou lives in Louisiana, right?
Right.
Clearly.
Yes. But my girl is moving to Arizona.
For real.
Moving to Arizona this month, y'all. So her grow zone will be totally different from where she coming from.
And that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting to see. Mm-hmm. And do you supposed to cut the tops off of your indeterminate tomatoes? I guess it's preference.
I don't know, but that's where the flowers
usually pop up.
But I mean, if you're ready for your season to end, I don't see why not.
It's still growing, like the bottom, it's gonna die off, and it's gonna die back. But it'll still continue to grow. And the top, you're still going to be getting flowers and everything. So, I mean, I wouldn't cut the top out.
Okay, Netta says
stop it from growing.
She gonna wait for tomato season. Her season's getting started. She just drew over Miss Lisa's tomatoes. Listen, them tomatoes be looking so good. I think volunteers are stronger. I have a volunteer tomato in the garden. It's about 4, almost 5 feet tall. Yep, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I crippled a few suckers off to make 2 more plants.
Yeah, you can take,
you can do that and replant them.
Your suckers and get roots to start it.
What's the difference between fish fertilizer, bone meal, and blood meal? Fish fertilizer is nitrogen, mostly nitrogen. Bone meal is phosphorus, and blood meal is nitrogen. So you can use fish fertilizer or blood meal for the same thing.
Hey, Rashida.
Girl, listen, I'm learning. I'm learning.
She did that so professional. You go ahead.
Okay, she did not skip a beat in that
answer. She sure did. She didn't any more questions.
Girl, listen, because I just taught myself that. So listen. So let's talk about pruning. I told you I prune when I need to, right? So I watched a video. Y'all watch Bull's Garden? I don't know what it's called name. So he was talking about letting your eggplants and stuff and your peppers get a strong root.
I'm laughing at Ruth's comments.
He went in there. What I miss?
Oh, the next one.
Arizona is right at the top of hell. I have family members live there. Anywhere that gets 120 degrees is not made for humans to live there. All right, Colossal World. That is hilarious. You're on a nitrogen and fertilizer ban until September. Okay.
Oh.
Why is that, Netta?
Really?
So, y'all, I went out there. I was like, let me trim some of these lower leaves. Because I didn't do anything for my eggplant. Because they were a little slow coming up. So I'm taking them off. Then I was looking at my peppers. And I was like, you know what? Let me take some of these lower leaves off these peppers. Because they're doing something. And I said, snip. Girl, and one of the things that have flowers on it said, boop.
Oh.
I said that shit and I laughed so hard. I see, that's what you get for trying to do something.
Hey, LP.
And then my tomatoes, my determinate tomatoes, my sun sugar tomatoes. That whole pair for me. Thank you. I keep telling y'all I got the best siblings in the world. Listen. I told y'all, I think I told y'all when I caged it, I broke one thing off. And I said, I'm going to be gentle with the next one. And I broke another limb off of that tomato. I went out there, I went out there the other day. And I said, oh, this came out the thing. And I went to push it in and said, yeah. I ain't even going to have no plant in a minute. Because I just keep breaking limbs off. Hey, LP. Listen, LP, I've been enjoying you, y'all. LP found us, or found me. I don't know how she found me, but listen, she been watching my videos and commenting, and I just been like, oh, I got comments. I was so excited. But anyway, so pruning has been a journey. Pruning has been a journey.
But it's like you said, it's time consuming. and especially if you got a whole lot of plants, and if you working full time, it's hard to do.
Yeah,
it's hard to do
I haven't got my husband to learn how to prune yet.
Girl. Yeah. And then I was watching who has blackberries and raspberries.
I have blackberries, but it's my first year, so they're just kind of growing some green growth right now.
Let me break this down for you. As soon as I get done chewing and burning the inside of my mouth.
Okay.
Greedy. Hold on. So, because all we did was snack at the beach. We didn't eat at the beach. So I was watching In My Gardener. Y'all know I watch In My Gardener. Mm-hmm. And he learned this from somebody that grows plethora. I don't even know if they're orchard or whatever. People that grows berries. Anyway. So you get your berries on the second year of the cane that grows, right? So first year the cane grows, second year that cane give you the berries for the next year.
Oh, okay.
If you, as that cane grows and you prune that cane, it forces it to grow two or three more shoots that's in that same first year. So now you have two or three more places that's going to grow fruit the next year.
Oh, so I need
to so if you cut it back and let the canes grow out, you'll have more second year canes the second year.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, because it is growing like crazy.
I ain't got no bushes, but I tell you.
Okay. Yeah, I have a thornless.
So I'm gonna do that because my blueberry bush, which this is my second year, it definitely really kind of. But you know what? I did not prune my blueberry bush at all, and it thickened up and gave me a ton more blueberries this year.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something about Texas. When I started doing Mary Kay, I went to Dallas. Okay, not before I started Mary Kay. When I went to Church of God in Christ International Ames Convention in Houston, don't ask me what year this was. We flew in. We were staying at the Four Seasons in Houston, and we had to walk across from the Four Seasons, right across from the George Bush, whatever place we was having a convention at. And we was like, we can walk over there. They're not from Michigan, right? Mm. And then me had never really done conventions before. I'm taking like my church clothes. Listen, y'all too hot for me. I can't play with y'all. Okay,
I ain't can't go across the street. You better take a taxi across the street.
Girl, listen, I ain't playing with y'all. Not now. I know better. Okay, because there's some that say fish is better. Some people say Miracle Grow, black butterfly greens and melons. I'm using bold meal and blood meal. I said whatever works for you, Ruth Kelly. I'm gonna tell you whatever works for you. Some people love Miracle Grow. Some people ban Miracle Grow. Some people, fish emulsion is liquid and it goes right to where you need it to go, but it stinks to high heaven. Okay.
Yeah, it is the possums and everything.
I don't think it stinks. Like I never have an issue with the smell of it.
Oh, the fish emulsion?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that is special, y'all.
Have you got that on your hands before? And every time you go to eat,
y'all saw in the text when she said, "I never get dirty. I really don't get dirty in the garden." I was like, "Girl, shut up." I really don't get dirty in the garden.
Let's take her garden.
I roll when I read
your garden card. We about to cut it up.
Look, let me ask, honey, do I get dirty in the garden?
Not much.
Because he getting dirty in the garden.
He said not much. Not really.
Oh, they got a rule that y'all can't use your nitrogen.
But yeah, I've never gotten, I can't say that I've ever gotten fish emulsion on my hands. Because I don't know if it's Lisa.
I tried my best not to get that on me.
If you do, you
when I was watching one of your videos, I said, man, her hands is all in that dirt. Shelly wear gloves.
Yeah.
My husband said, you wear gloves. I put on gloves to go harvest.
Your squirrels beat me too.
I ain't put on no gloves to harvest.
I do because the
some soil and more Mona. Use your government name.
Mhm.
We probably gave her blueberry tree away. Hey, you been reading these? I'm just clicking. I'm sorry. So Netta said, okay, she's the rule about the nitrogen. They can't use them. Clausen said she had blackberries and raspberries. Got I'm assuming they died from the heat. The raspberries are crispy. Listen, I hear you. So who giving away a blueberry plant? I could use a blueberry tree. Netta just said the flies. Oh, the flies, that fishy motion. I had my blood meal open. I had my little cart right, and I was going on there, putting the whatever, and I had accidentally left the bag open. I was like, what is that flying over my cart, girl? That blood meal. And all the birds was like, yes.
Oh yeah.
I have
Some
not
bone
used
meal you
blood
buy,
meal
it
yet.
stinks.
The
Sometimes
blood
bone
meal stinks too.
Sometimes some of that you buy just different brands of it, but sometimes some of those bone meal bags smell bad when you open them up. Ooh.
Yeah, I do feel like the bone meal does have a smell, but it's not too bad. But I haven't used blood meal yet.
Okay. The temperature in Dallas is different than Houston. You need an umbrella, flat shoes, loose light. I'm assuming a scooter. And yes, move fast. Oh, you will burst in the flames. So when I started going to Dallas, it was so funny because I was at the airport and I was like, dog, it's cold in this airport. It's like ice cold. And I went to walk out the door. You know, my little travel clothes. And you stood out the door and I was like, what in the world y'all trying to do to me? You had to freeze you before you cook. You walk outside.
It will snatch your breath away. You be like, where is, I mean, definitely.
Yeah, you know what?
Open the door.
You know, Dallas is
hot like that in Maryland actually lately.
Closet said I always wear my gloves. I use gloves. I'm not using my hands. So
right.
What?
And don't spill or open the compost tea. It's the fly whisperer. They come.
So they do. They be everywhere.
Dallas heat is hot.
I was watching somebody's video the other day. This new lady, and she was in the garden, and she just had her hands all in it, and she was out, and she was barefoot.
Yeah, she grounding too. Oh yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to garden.
No, ma'am.
Listen.
No.
Let's talk about
not the way them ants be out there and bees be hovering in the
They not gonna mess with your toes.
Girl, listen.
I don't want to be.
I'm not going to my garden without shoes on, and I don't like shoes. I go out in the lawn if I'm just, chilling, but no, I'm not doing that. But listen, y'all talk about this heat.
Flip flops though.
You said flip flops?
I don't even wear flip flops in the garden because we got a slope, and you will hurt yourself.
I put on my little rain boots every time I go.
I usually put on a pair of my lined Crocs or my garden boots that I bought from Aldi.
How did your overalls come out?
Mine came in today, and they fit good.
And they fit, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to see mine when I get home tomorrow.
It's stretchy material.
The Flexpedition was stretchy for me, but they weren't on sale. The on sale ones didn't flex. So the test was, I was like, if I put them on and don't unbutton these sides, we're gonna see if they go over these hips, right? So I stepped them and I put them. I was like, hey, they went over the thighs, because that's my main concern is the thighs and the hips. I ain't worried about nothing else. The thighs and the hips is disrespectful.
See, mine's is this baby that haven't been delivered in a number of years.
She said she had on boots up to her knees. You said yours concern was the baby, mine was the hips and thing, and it's like 3X. And so I'm looking at these measurements, and they're not the measurements I have of myself. And I was like, I'm gonna get these, but I'm gonna have to return them. Watch, but I was able to wear them. So praise God.
I bought a large and an extra large. I'm gonna see which one fits the best. But mine's were on clearance, so I got the hubby one pair. I hope he is fit.
She grabbed a dirt. She grabbed a snake on one day in the garden. I would never not wear gloves and shoes. Can't do it.
Listen, Clausen World, I feel you. One day I reached down to get the water hose with my bare hand, and it was a slug on there. Oh, I was so grossed out. I was like,
black cow manure. Oh my God, you need a mask. Now somebody said black cow used to didn't stink, so I don't know if this. I don't know.
Black cow do stink.
I pass on grounding. I want my boots.
Yeah, I'm not grounding either.
Who was that I've been watching? Anna Liddy Gardner got this whole video about that snake in her garden. Let me tell you, I started to tell her, you keep putting up this snake, I'm gonna stop watching it. Cause I don't want to see this snake. Y'all look where he going. Y'all see him? I'm like, oh Lord.
I be running from them little stupid skanks we be finding in the grow bags when we be cleaning them out each year.
Girl.
I can't stand Mr. No Shoulders. I can't deal with him.
Well, ladies.
What time is it? It's about that time.
It's 9:50. It's about that time for me.
Girl, about that time. I got church in the morning. But listen, we see y'all in about 2 weeks.
She said about
What's
2
today?
weeks. Today is August the 3rd.
The 17th.
14 days will be.
We going to the beach again. Y'all want to do Saturday or Sunday? We got more of a showing on Saturday. Y'all got 14 people. Did y'all like the video? I need y'all to like my video.
What video?
I told in the garden. No, the people that's watching. I need y'all to like the live. I learned that from Mona. Y'all don't hear like the live.
Yeah, I didn't even I didn't get to stream to mine today.
I streamed mine.
Yeah, I'm not streaming. I just jumped on here real quick.
Y'all gotta tell me how to do that.
I just realized I was still on camera.
Yeah. It just says,
I ain't going if you get ready to end so I can hear the prayer, so I can hear the closing prayer.
Anything else? Everybody about finished? Y'all got something else y'all want to hit right quick or no?
Wait a minute. What is this by you saying? Y'all ain't seen nothing till you watch Miss Lisa pick up a snake on a Georgia suburban homestead?
Oh, okay.
I ain't going to watch it.
I can see her doing that.
I'll watch it, but I'll be
the only
cringing.
snake video I watched on purpose was Cici when she went there. Like, we about to go kill a snake. She said there's some more out here, and I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah. They don't know why I'm in their garden.
I'm gonna tell my husband, hey yo.
Snake wrapped around her body. Heck no.
Right.
He said get a pellet gun.
And Netta on both channels. She gonna thank you, Netta. Listen,
Have a good night, Gina.
Thank y'all for being here. Good night, Gina. Thank y'all for watching and listening to us. Before we go, y'all know we're going to pray. Lord, we pray, so we thank you for the opportunity you've given us to plant seeds and grow food and have good fellowship. So we ask you to continue to bless the work of our hands, continue to bless our bodies, that we are healed and delivered and set free from everything that ails us. And our food is full of nutrition and minerals and nutrients that we need. And Lord, we just thank you for this and all things you've done. We thank you for the abundance. We thank you for the multiplication. And we thank you for everything you've given to us in this season. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen and amen. Thank you all for being here. I do want you to know before you go, don't run, that you are blessed. You are highly favored. You are the apple of your Father's eye. He is absolutely and positively concerned about you. He thinks that you are the best thing since sliced bread. You can cast your cares upon him and know that he cares for you and that he loves you with an everlasting love. And there's nothing and ain't nothing you can do about it. You all have a good night. And we see you all back here in a couple of weeks. All right?
Good job.
Happy gardening, y'all.
Happy gardening.
Bye-bye.
It's been fun.